Hey guys, Dane Dillon of Dane Dillon Training Systems here. I wanted to do a bit of a video log to kind of track the progress that I've made and where I'm at as far as my next competition. So the next competition will be November the 7th, and it's one that I've been looking forward to for a while now. It's one that I've always wanted to do. I'm very close friends with the Misfit crew there. I'm a sponsored athlete of Misfit, so very excited to be a part of Shell Shock. So this is the fifth Shell Shock now, and it'll be the first one that I get to be a part of. So I'm very excited about that. We are, again, like I said, 6 weeks out. In that time, I'm just coming off of, basically I take a rest week. So for a lot of people, and especially even for like a lot of my clients and stuff, I typically give people more of a deload week. And a deload week is where you'll have a lot lighter weights, usually very low effort. You're kind of just getting in there and you're just moving basically. So typically that's what most people do and what I have most people do. When I'm prepping for a competition, I'll typically take a week completely off rather than just having a week where I'm going lighter. The reason for this is that as I lift heavier and heavier weights, I tend to get a lot of inflammation in areas like my forearms, my hips, and I just have other basically muscle fatigue where it's not getting to fully recover each week. So every couple or few weeks, I'll take a week completely off. So leading up, I've got 6 weeks left before the competition. I'll have 2 weeks of training, again with progressively getting heavier weights. So this coming week and the week after, I'll have 1 more week off, then another 2 weeks of training. That first week, again, will be progressively heavier. The next week after that will typically be a week where I'm just hitting openers. So basically my intended opener for the competition. If you don't know how a powerlifting competition works, you get 3 attempts and they call your first attempt the opener. So it'll basically be doing those, which those should move rather quickly, and we'll be able to kind of gauge where we're at from there. And then I'll have another week off leading into the competition. So yes, you heard that right. 2 weeks of training, 1 week of rest, 2 weeks of training, 1 week of rest. And typically that's basically where I end up being at in my last, say, 6 weeks before a competition. Just due to how strenuous it is on the body once the weights get really heavy. As far as lifts right now, I'm not really too sure what to expect as far as where I'll be at come competition day. I've got some pretty decent previous personal records, and my target of course is going to be those. I always want to do the best I absolutely can. So that's of course going to be the target. My best ever squat was 794 pounds. And my best ever bench was 540 pounds, and my best ever deadlift was 881.8 pounds, which is 400 kilograms. I want to try to target those. Of course, that's best case scenario. I will be competing in a lighter weight class than what I hit all 3 of those lifts at, if I make it down to 275. And even if I don't make it down to 275, my walk around body weight will still be at least 20 pounds lighter than what I competed at 308 at. So it's going to be really hard to see, where I'll be at, in addition to just coming back from a major injury. If you don't know, I did tear my hamstring last year. It meant that I couldn't squat or deadlift very heavy for, really a year basically. I had a couple of times in there where I had tried and I would move up to say 80%. And then I'd get a lot of inflammation in that hamstring and it would be very irritated. So I'd have to back off, take a couple of weeks more rest. And then eventually I started working into it with a lot lighter weights, very, very high repetitions. I got smart about it basically. Initially I was trying to think like, okay, I'll come back and I'll just squat again. And if it feels okay, I'll squat heavier. If that feels okay, I'll squat heavier. And it really wasn't the right approach. When coming back from an injury, I ended up having to go a lot higher reps. I did an isolateral movement, which means one side of your body at a time. So I started, with right leg and then left leg separately, but I kept the weights the same. I wanted to make sure that I was training both sides of my body equally. And I would do single leg hamstring curls, a machine at my gym that was fantastic for that. Really helped when it came to recovery. So far, leading up to this competition, I've gotten to a point where I'm doing doubles, but I'm still doing them fairly light relative to what I've done before. So I think my heaviest squat double so far was 645 pounds. My heaviest bench double so far was 385 pounds. And my heaviest deadlift double so far was 685 pounds. And that's just where we're at in the training cycle. You know, 5 weeks ago or so, I deadlifted 705 for 5, or 700 for 5, I think it was. And so we're definitely moving in the right direction. It's just gonna take some time. We wanna peak properly. We don't wanna be killing myself too hard on these compound movements. So currently, I've been doing a lot of high volume accessory work. Really still trying to build up the muscles. And then, like I said, in this final push here, we're gonna make those weights a lot heavier really quick, and I'll take you guys along for the ride. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to tell you about today. Like I said, just a video log. If there's anything else you want to know about as far as my diet, nutrition, that kind of thing, more specifics on how my training is working, you know, feel free to reach out and ask those questions down in the comment section below. Please also smash that like button and subscribe, because we're going to be coming out with a lot more content. You'll notice this video won't be edited as well. I'll probably end up editing myself. Michelle has been doing a lot of the editing recently, and she's fantastic at it. She has a passion for it and an eye for it. This is going to be a little bit more rough. So huge appreciation and thanks to her. That's, you know, if you go back and watch the last week's video, making those muffins, they're delicious muffins. I've got one left. It probably won't make it past the night. So anyways, check out that video, guys. Again, thanks for watching.